Hey fellow readers, it's Shalina from muggleborn.net, and tonight it's really late. I should be going to bed soon, but I'm going to record a quick audiobook review of 17th Summer by Maureen Daly. 17th Summer was actually written in 1942. Prior to listening to this audiobook, I had no idea. My first clue was, well, from straight on up, it sounded a little bit dated, so first thing I did was I looked it up on Goodreads. So 17th Summer is about a typical American girl named Angie Morrow, and she's just about ready to go off to college. But something interesting happens this summer. She actually gets a boyfriend. I guess at the time, going steady was like a new thing, and people really didn't have a lot of boyfriends or girlfriends before they got hitched off and married. So it felt a little weird. I liked Angie. She was a sweet character, I guess, but there's nothing really memorable about her. Because of the way our social practices, our dating practices have evolved since the 1940s, the book feels so dated. Like, the way Angie describes her new feelings for Jack kind of reminds me of the first time I ever had a crush on anyone. Oh my gosh, it's so fun. Oh my gosh, it's exciting. Oh my gosh, I'm overanalyzing everything. And sometimes the answer is so obvious. It just kind of seemed childish to me. But again, I always had to think that this was written in the 40s, and the times were just way too different. I always had to remind myself, look at this from a historical perspective, even if it's a contemporary novel. Part of the problem with this book is the romance. I wanted a cute, fun contemporary, and I got like just a not really romantic contemporary. The romance is there, but it's like awkward fumblings. They like kiss, but that's it. Nothing sexy in this audiobook, guys. There's not really a lot of romantic suspense or romantic tension between Angie and Jack, because I think Jack makes it really obvious how he feels for Angie, just like by his body language, the way he acts around her, and Angie just doesn't see it, and she tends to overanalyze everything and think of the worst of Jack. And it gets frustrating after a while. At first I'm like, oh my god, I totally would have done that. But after a while I'm just like, Angie, seriously? I think you should have figured it out by now. And it was just really frustrating to read about. Another problem I found with this audiobook is the pacing. Like, I thought Julie Whelan did a really great job narrating, and I really liked her style, but the overall pacing of the book was really slow and kind of almost lethargic, and I honestly don't know if I would have been able to pick up a hard copy of this book. But however, despite the drawbacks that I found with 17th Summer by Maureen Daly, I do see why it's still being read today. 17th Summer is such a big deal in young adult literature because it's one of the first books of our genre. 1940s, guys, like, this is way back then. I guess it's pretty groundbreaking in contemporary romance, and some argue that it might be even the beginning of YA lit. In that aspect, I'm glad I read the audiobook rather than picking it up, because I definitely would have given up early on with the physical copy. I would still recommend this one because it is an important novel in young adult literature, but keep in mind the historical context and the slow pacing. But if you like contemporary, I would say give this one a shot. Thanks for watching. Bye!